Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus Channel. When people think of the United States Air Force, they most likely think of large bombs and the planes that drop them. Referred to as the backbone of America's long-range bomber force, the B-1 Lancer was initially created as a replacement for the B-52 in the 1970s. Four prototypes were created and tested, but were later discontinued in 1977. Despite challenges, the flight testing continued anyway, and an improved version was created. The first B-1B flew in October 1984 and was delivered to Dyess Air Force Base in Texas the following year. Though it was originally designed for nuclear capabilities, it was switched to strictly conventional in the mid-90s. Now it holds almost 50 world records for speed, payload, range, and time of climb for its class.
The jet is equipped with 3 bomb bays and can employ many different types of weapons. It also has the largest internal payload of any bomber.
Known for carrying the largest conventional payload of both guided and unguided weapons in the Air Force inventory. According to officials, the B-1 Lancer works as a long-range, multi-role heavy bomber. It can hold a payload of up to 75,000 pounds, including 84 500-pound Mk-82 or 24 2,000-pound Mk-84 general-purpose bombs, 30 cluster munitions or wind-corrected munitions dispensers, and many more types of munitions.
The B-1 is the only supersonic bomber in the Air Force inventory, and we can reach speeds up to 1.2 Mach.
With a speed of more than 900 miles per hour and a ceiling of more than 30,000 feet, the aircraft is known for its ability to deliver precision and non-precision weapons rapidly. These weapons are often loaded by weapons troops of the 28th Bomb Wing. Due to the size and weight of the weapons, along with the sheer number of munitions loaded onto the plane, it takes several people to carefully transfer the weapons into the plane for proper loading. Designed to carry internally and externally, the weapons troops work together to load armament in the weapons bay.
The 6 B-1s we have deployed here, I think, are a very obvious visual assurance to our allies and partners and a deterrence to potential adversaries in the region.
Once ready for takeoff, the plane may need to move at a rapid speed. To do this, the aircraft may take off at a full afterburner, which provides increased thrust to an airplane through an additional combustion component. Only certain types of airplanes are capable of performing a full afterburner, as these aircraft must be designed for supersonic speeds. These situations are typically saved for planes that need to enter combat rapidly, such as the B-1 Lancer. The full afterburner works by accelerating the exhaust gas of the plane to a higher velocity, thereby increasing thrust. In the air, the plane has a specific style of wings called a variable sweep wing or swing wing. These wings can be swept back or returned to their starting position during flight, allowing the aircraft to change shape in the air. Most aircraft have what is known as a straight wing, which is typically more conducive for low speed of flight. This is often seen in planes, such as ones used for commercial flights. The B-1s would not be the only planes that would go on to use this design of the wing. In the late 1950s, the U.S. Navy looked into creating a long-range, high-endurance craft used for defense purposes against long-range missiles. The Grumman F-14 Tomcat would eventually be built with the idea of being used as a long-range fighter against the Soviets during the Cold War. Like the B-1, the F-14s were created to travel at high speeds, thus incorporating the variable wing feature into its design. Not to be outdone, however, is the F-111 Aardvark. In 1962, General Dynamics won the contract to create a supersonic aircraft under a program called TFX. It would become the first aircraft in history to incorporate design features made specifically to allow the plane to take on different roles.
The wing is here. The F-111 is an integral part of that history of that wing for a long time.
Despite its importance to the United States and many other countries, the aircraft's career came to an end in December 2010. The last surviving F-111 would go on to be dedicated to the 20th Fighter Wing. Drawing some similarities from the variable style of the wing, a tilt rotor is a type of aircraft designed to demonstrate lift and propulsion through its rotors, which are often mounted on a fixed wing. These aircraft have the capability of a helicopter, as well as the speed and range of a regular fixed-wing aircraft. One example of this, the XV-15, which was found to have more success. It had a standard aircraft cruise flight combined with vertical takeoff and landing. First initiated in 1973, 2 aircraft of this style were finally built in 1977, and proof of concept testing was completed in 1979. The aircraft was involved in research at the Hugh L. Dryden Flight Research Center in 1980 and 1981, later proving that it could demonstrate the high-speed performance of the tilt rotator relative to conventional helicopters. One major design change from its predecessor, engines previously on the fuselage were moved to the rotating wingtip pods, which were directly linked to the rotors. However, one of the biggest military game changers may have been the creation of the B-22 Osprey. According to Osprey creator Bell, for more than 15 years, the B-22 Osprey has fundamentally changed how the U.S. Marine Corps, Air Force, and now Navy operate in combat and humanitarian situations. As part of the Joint Service Vertical Takeoff Landing Experimental Program that started in 1981, the Osprey was created in response to a need for innovative transport aircraft, specifically with capabilities allowing for long-range, high-speed vertical takeoffs. With its first flight taking place in March of 1989, the aircraft soon cemented itself as an important piece of U.S. operations. According to Bell, the B-22 has more than 600,000 flight hours racked up since its first flight and has proven itself combat-ready for situations involving air assault and survivability. The Osprey is the perfect platform for live-fire exercises and ideal for deploying troops into areas that would otherwise be very difficult to access. It is extremely versatile and much faster than a standard helicopter, reaching speeds of up to 315 miles per hour. Their wings are fully rotational, becoming parallel with the fuselage when the aircraft is on the ground. This allows them to be more easily stored aboard the ship. Thanks to its multitude of capabilities, the aircraft can be used for various missions, such as transporting members of the press to naval air stations.
We want to be ready at all times to ensure that at a moment's notice we can go out, fly, help out.
In 2011, the aircraft took members of the press to Naval Air Station Saigon-Nela as part of Joint Task Force Odyssey Dawn. Other VIP guests, such as foreign dignitaries, may also be flown in aircraft like these. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.